What is up, and welcome back to Uncle Rico's Storytime. It's episode 69. I don't think that would ever happen. That's pretty cool. This is my co-star, Chico Rico Suave, the Poquito Bandito. Oh, you're so fucking cute, dude. You better watch it. You better change your face tonight. It's been a month exactly on the hand surgery, and I got answers. Finally, I found out what was done to me and everything. So that's a good thing. It's been a shitstorm at work, and just bad shit happening. But I could feel myself kind of getting out of the funk. So through this shitstorm, it was like, fucking whatever, man. So, and then typically what happens if you persevere and get through the shitty valleys, there were, not really mountains, but a little bit of a view. I sold my Frontier. I didn't want to sell it, but sold it for $1,000 loss. But now I have money enough to buy a storage container. I'm scrapping my ideas for building up there, and I'm gonna drop down a storage container right away. That way, I got like a little bunker, something super sturdy, and then I can kind of build a deck work on that, like a little guest house, little guest place up there, and then worry about my other stuff after that. That way, it's livable. So when I have to leave my work, which is imminent, it will be, I got a place right away, so fall back. So I got a plan now, which is good. So, but yeah, hand is going good. I don't know if I got video or not when it was right after surgery, but oh, this is my other co-star. Thanks for coming, buddy. Juicy bag of donuts. That's my guy. That's my A1 right there. But yeah, it looks, amazing. Considering. Doctor said it looks really good. So, it's been a month. So, what I had done is what is normally done for carpal tunnel. Extreme arthritis. I had bone spurs in there, and when I caught that hockey pass and caused that little bump on my hand, that was just a bone spur or something getting aggravated and rubbing on stuff, or maybe that's what I probably did. When I tried to catch that pass, I probably chipped a bone spur, and then it was rubbing on something. Yep. So either way, I'm a lot more confident now that this was the right thing to do. I have been given permission to move it. I just can't make the pinching motion yet. I don't want to make the pinching motion. It's very painful. He gave me a brace. I'm trying not to wear it. I'm constantly moving my wrist now and fluctuating my fingers and trying to move my thumb as much as possible. But I didn't want him to shut down hockey, so I was kind of hinting around like, hey, how long can I hit until I hit my heavy bag? He's like 6 months minimum. Like, don't hit impact, obviously. And I was like, right, that makes sense. And then I was thinking, I was like, hey, hypothetically, because I was having some really bad shit going on at work, and my cleaning lady talked me out. So I didn't get into a couple of fights, but the universe was like throwing shit my way. And I bit my lip for the most part, I guess. No, I guess I didn't. No, I didn't in any of them. No, I did in one. I walked away from my coworker, but that was strategically. Um, so yeah, I was like, hey, what would happen like if I got in a fight if I hit somebody like accidentally? And he's like, how do you accidentally hit somebody? I'm like, okay, well, what happened if I hit somebody and I forgot that my hands fucked up? He's like, well, don't do that. And I'm like, okay, what if I tripped and fell and had to catch myself on the ground? And he's like, if in the next couple of weeks you're probably gonna undo the work that we did. After like a month, you should be able to have the strength and everything to, you know, support a major impact like that. So what they did is they cut open this part here and took out a bone, and then they reattached this ligament to the new bone, which I don't know how that would fix it. That would seem like it would shorten the ligament, but I don't know what's going on. So I'm moving my hand a lot, but yeah, I was having some rough stuff at work. Quit chewing on your paw, you crazy son of a bitch! You're so fucking cute. It's biting me. Oh my god. I was having some rough shit at work. My handyman kind of torpedoed me. He's a great guy. He really means well. He is a gung-ho go-getter. A lot of energy. He's recovering tweaker. He's recovering addict, pretty much everything. Missing a couple of fingers. 1, 2, maybe. One for sure. But good dude, but he's a go-getter, okay? So I manage storage units, and my bosses are fucking idiots. So in the past, like, year, they have, even before this, right, I get phone calls to, like, hey, we rented out a unit, and the customer said they opened up the unit and there was stuff in there, and I'm like, okay, so I'll go out there and look at shit, and I'm like, yeah, it's leftover, somebody left over a bunch of crap. I'll offline the unit, you know, I'll get rid of it whenever I can. And then we would get when I'd open up stuff and see it's valuable. We've switched systems and we're clueless with our follow-ups. So sometimes people will just vacate the wrong unit, and I tell them. We had one girl that I swear she was dyslexic. Every time she would tell me to do something, I'd get a task. Hey, can you cut the lock off 136? Tenant says it's not their lock, and I'm like, no, that's not my job. You know, if they're nice, I'll do it. She's like, oh, it's nice, an old lady, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I get out there, and before I do it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cut the lock off 136, and she's like, oh my god, it's 163. Sorry, and I'm like, okay, did the guess? Are you, you know, is all the, you know? She's like, no, it's just my bad. It's 163. And then I get to 163 and it's one of our locks, like, and then some units I pop open when the customer says they're full and there's good stuff in there. And that's our problems also procedurally. We have people that go to rent something and the rental doesn't get completed. And if they have another unit, then the gate gives them access, and they're like, okay, everything's good, you know. So sometimes they don't even know. I mean, how the fuck do you not know that your rent didn't get bumped? But then again, people are fucking bad at, you know, people are just bad at money. People don't look at. So I kind of believe that when they do say that. But yeah, then they gain access to both units, and they're only paying on the one unit, and the gate says, yeah, they're good at that one unit. So, but yeah, some people are just really bad with money, I guess. When I pop open some of these auction units, I'm like, what the fuck are you storing in here? A old mattress, an end table, and a Goodwill dresser. The fucking dresser has Goodwill sticker on it. And then I'm like, I gotta fucking know. So I'll go back and I'm like, how long have they been renting here? I'm like, okay, I'll check. Then I get real, so I'm like, check their gate access. I'm like, oh, they haven't been here in the last couple of months. So then I'm like, how long have they been renting from us? A year and a half. I got a shitty boat out there that has been here since I've been here. It's been stored here for 11 years. That may be a trust or something, like an automatic payment. But yeah, people are bad with money. So we get all those, and then we also get. So the big thing though is our company has switched online auction. We have a third party online auction company that does all that stuff. And we've switched that auction company twice in the last 2 years, and then didn't email our auction buyers. And they don't realize, like, the same people that shop, they're like there's a local group. There's like 20 or 30 people who shop like locally in this area, and we had a list of all of their emails. Give them a blast. Hey, we switched over to this one. So we didn't do that. So the first auction, we probably sold half of the units. And I went out there, I started opening up doors, and I'm like, what the fuck? A massage chair? A spa? Like a foot spa? Like a professional? Like, this is $2,000. Open up the next unit. I'm like, fucking saxophone, guitar, speakers. So I call my girl. I'm like, hey, these are all no sales, and she's like, yeah. And I'm like, we're not gonna resell them, and she's like, no, they're set to clear out. And I'm like, okay. So then the next month maybe 30%, and then the next month maybe 25% of them didn't sell, and then we didn't do it, and then we switched auction companies again and didn't email the buyers. And I already shot up the chain of command. I was like, well, we should have emailed the buyers. They really don't give a shit what I have to say, even though I'm smarter than all of them. So they do it again, and once again, like 40% of the units don't sell. And so I start popping them open. I'm like, holy shit, this is all really good stuff. So I was sitting on maybe 40 units, and I had started to condense to the point where we were just putting valuable stuff in units now. I had maybe, like at my property, I had probably 10 units full of shit and maybe 20 units full of good, valuable stuff. I kept trying to get people to partner up with me and sell stuff to be a partner, to split all of the stuff. You got to clear out the bad shit. I can't do it because of my back. I told work that. I got hired with that, telling them that I couldn't work, that I couldn't clear out units because of my back. So I'm sitting on all these units. I get into it with my boss, Kelly. And she tells me, hey, she calls me up one day. She says, hey, we need to know why all these units are offline. And I'm like, I'll tell you, most of them are waiting for repairs, but some of them are waiting for repairs. Most of them are all clears, dressers and mattresses and shit that we don't do anything to our customers, so they just leave shit. And then all of the auction no sales that we screwed up on with the switching of the auctions and everything, and blah 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 blah. And she's like, well, either way, the owners are on our ass, so we want them, we need them cleared like immediately. And I'm like, I just had major hand surgery, and I'm on bed rest for at least 2 weeks. I can't do anything. I can't get my blood pumping for 2 weeks. And I emailed all of you guys. And I go, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got a handyman. I'll pay him some cash. We'll go through. We'll find out why all of these units are offline. But Sarah, my direct boss, He said Sarah just went through all of these and took fine details on all of these. So she should know which ones are which. So before I go out and do this task, can you just check with her and see if she has this list? And I never heard from him, so I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to just do it. I'll pay my guy $40. We'll just do all 3 properties real quick today. Before I do that, I said, hey, I called her up. I said, hey, I'm just going to do it. Also, I have a guy here in town who does landscaping who is willing to clear out all these units for cheap. I told him like that we keep screwing up on auctions and that he can have all of the stuff, but he's got to clear everything out, even the shitty units. And she goes, oh well, blah blah blah. She goes, we hired a new handyman, new maintenance man, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna come through and do the clears. And I'm like, all right, well, thanks for making me go out there and do all that walkthrough, do the walkthrough real quick. But then I was like, oh shit, I gotta get all my stuff out of there. So I said, okay, well, when's like you said immediately? You wanted me to do it within, a couple of days here. So when's this dude's gonna start? She goes, it was a Thursday. She's like, he's supposed to start Monday, but he's got the task, he knows about it. And I go, okay, great. I know it's off of my hands then. Thank you. So then I called my helper guy up, and I was like, dude, you need to get over here right now. So he comes over. I break it down to him to tell him what's going on. I go. We have 3 days to go through and grab all of our shit. Okay, I have 3 maintenance sheds and my personal unit. I go, what we're gonna do now, I told him before when we were doing the walkthrough, I said, okay, write down everything, take pictures of everything and start selling it. We're gonna have to clear, if we end up clearing all this stuff out, then we gotta start selling it. But I told him with this new handyman coming down with the news of the handyman, I was like, dude, we just gotta pirate everything. Just grab anything of value, let him fucking clear it out. It's actually good news. We don't have to waste our time fucking clearing this shit out. But grab anything of value. So start going through all of these units. So he goes, okay. So that night, he fucking goes through all the units and just takes pictures of them. So he calls me up in the morning. He's like, hey, what's going on? I go, hey, did you finish up that south location? And he goes, yeah, I got it done. And I go, okay, so come by this morning and we'll finish up the other location. And he didn't show up. Didn't show up that afternoon either. Okay, so then the next day he shoots me a text and he goes, hey, blah blah blah, all of this is happening, but here's the pictures from that the other night. And he sends me a bunch of pictures, and I go, why the fuck are you sending me pictures, bro? And he goes, oh, that's the work that I did that overnight when I was there till like midnight. And I go, why the fuck did you take pictures? You should have grabbed all of it. Did you grab all of the stuff out of it? We don't care about pictures now. We just want it. We want to keep it right now. We're not trying to sell it. Shit has changed. We're trying to sell it now. We're trying, or not, And he goes, yeah. He goes, oh shit, fucked up, And I go, well, he could start anytime this weekend. He's supposed to be here on Monday. You flaked for a day and a half now. Like, it's fucking gone. Like, fuck it. It's gone. And he's like, no, we can salvage it. And so he comes on Saturday and grabs all of the shit and condenses it into 3 units. And our plan is to put keyed locks on it, and I'll keep my eye on the property because that's the first property that he's going to do. And as soon as I see him, I'll go, hey man, what's going on? Oh yeah, don't worry about the keyed locks. I got some shit in there. I got some repair stuff in there. I got some construction stuff in there, some contractor stuff. We'll get it out and then we'll offline it. So he doesn't show on Monday. We go through, do the same thing at the other properties. Okay, so like after a while, after like 3 or 4 days, this maintenance guy shows up down there and starts banging out at night. But before that, I find out that he's good friends with my boss. So he's now the enemy. Everything I say to him is going to go directly back to the enemy. And he probably thinks that I'm the enemy because my boss probably tells him that I'm a crazy fucker and like I threaten to quit every day. So I'm sure she at least gave him a good luck with that fucking guy. But either way, when I meet dudes and I'm like, hey, you know, blah, 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 yeah, it's the fucking system. Why the hell didn't you clear out all these units? They're fucking clueless, you know, blah, blah, blah. I can explain my side to it. Maybe, you know, bridge the gap a little bit. So, I'm trading, my customer care girl tells me, oh yeah, he's down there now. I can see him, he's commenting on these tasks because he got tasked out for all these offline units. And so I was like, oh shit. So I ran down there to talk to him. I go, oh fuck, I missed him. But he's clearing out units. I got a couple open doors. He's cleared out units already. So I said to my handyman, I sent him a text. I said, fucking maintenance guy's here, dude. So he's clearing everything out. So he calls me right away, and I'm like, you know, he's like, I'll run down there and see what's left. And I go, no, don't worry about it. I mean, there's nothing we can do. Plan is still the same. I got to talk to the handyman, you know, convince him not to fucking clear out the keyed lock stuff. Because with the keyed lock stuff, I'm thinking the first unit he comes across that has a keyed lock on it, not our normal unit, not our normal locks that have he'll have access to the combos. He'll call my boss, Sarah, and she'll go, oh, just fucking cut the thing off. So, not even those units are safe. That's why it's important that I gotta talk to him. So, maintenance guy goes, oh, I'll drive down there and check to see which ones are there. And I go, nope, that doesn't matter. Eyes on the prize. We gotta go to the, you know, keep working on the other unit, the other property, the other units at the properties, and condensing those. You know, we still gotta stick to the game plan. And I'll just keep driving down here to talk to him. And he goes, okay. So then later that night at like 11 o'clock, I get a text from my maintenance man that says they are here. You know, da 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 da. I'll work on the other properties tonight and talk to you in the morning. So then he comes over in the morning and he goes, no, it wasn't 11 o'clock at night. It was like 7 or 8. Because I was mad that I couldn't go down there. But then he comes over in the morning and he goes, yeah, you know, and we're dicking around for a couple hours. And he goes, something about the maintenance man being down there. And I go, what? And he goes, the maintenance man's was down there last night. And I go, why didn't you fucking tell me? You know, you knew how important this was. I would have fucking drove down there and talked to him. And he goes, well, I sent you a text. And I go, you never sent me a text that says the guy was down there to clearing out units. And he pulls it up and he's like, yeah, right there it says they are here. I'm like, what does that mean? It could be the units, it could be the keyed locks, it could be the valuable stuff. What do you, I don't. So I go, well fuck, now I gotta keep driving down there to talk to this guy. That's the most important thing. And he goes, well, I gotta go back, and so I'll talk, you know, I'll stop down there and see if he's there. I go, okay, if he's there, text me, I'll drive down there right away and talk to him. And he goes, okay. So, like an hour later, he texts me, hey, talk to him, everything's cool. So I call him up and go, dude, no, you did not talk to him. And he goes, yeah, I talked to him, he seemed like an alright guy, everything's alright. And I go, what did you say to him exactly? He goes, I told him that we got some stuff in those units and the keyed locks. And I go, well, what did he say to you? And I was like, oh fuck, man. And he goes, what? And I go, because what's gonna happen now? Because you talked to him and not me, he's gonna go to my boss and say, hey, this guy just fucking came and said Nick has stuff in these units, and then she's gonna go to her boss Kelly, who we do not get along, and Kelly's gonna go tell him to get that shit out of there, and I can't because my fucking hand is. So it's like, it's all right, it's all right. I said, okay, well, how did he react when you said, you know, you got stuff in there? And he said some of it could be in there, and to go ahead and grab it. And I was like, that's not good at all, bro. That's not. So it's like, fuck. So I think I lost my shit on him a little bit, and he scrapped the plan, just grab everything. Oh no. So I go over there, I don't get down there. I don't meet this maintenance guy. Oh yeah, that was the plan. Yep, that's why. So that's why there was a full day. So then for a full day and through the night, we were like, okay, red alert, dude. Because I call my boss, Sarah, and I go, hey, what's up? This guy's clearing out shit. And she goes, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I go, I have stuff that I've grabbed from our auction, no sales. I have stuff left over from like construction, material, all sorts of stuff at other properties. I have stuff that I think I'm sitting on units, offline units that I think are somebody's units. We're like, we should not go in there. And she goes, well, nobody said that we, took their stuff, and it's all the owners are on us, so we got to get everything out of there in 24 hours. And I'm like, 24 hours? What the fuck? And I'm like, well, what about my stuff? I have stuff in there. And she goes, yeah, Kelly says you got 24 hours to get that stuff out of there. And I was like, yeah, that's what I figured would happen if it went up the chain of command. Okay, thank you. So then we just fucking ransacked the two properties and grabbed everything and brought it over to his house. Then that night I am driving around. It's late at night, I will give him that. It was like 10 o'clock or so. But it was 10:30. It was almost like 11 because it was closed. I drive up, I can see him moving stuff. I check the mailbox. I drive into the gate. I drive all the way around the complex like I do, and then I park by this unit that I gotta cut the lock off and take pictures of for a tenant. And after I park, I walk down there and I go, hi there, you must be Ron, the new handyman. And he walks up, and I have my hand extended like this. It's left-handed because I have this over here. And I'm walking up like this. And I go, you must be Ron, the new handyman. And he goes, what can I do for you? And I go, I'm Nick. I'm the new caretaker. I was coming over to say hi, introduce myself, see if you have any questions or need anything. And he puts and I've still got my hand out, and he puts his right hand up, and I go, oh, I can't. I had surgery. And he puts his hand down and then puts his right hand up again, and I go, I still can't, so I put my hand down. And I go, yeah, I'm Nick, I'm the caretaker, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah, what can I do for you? And not nice like that. What can I do? Yeah, what can I do for you? Yeah, what can I do for you? Twice. And so I go, oh, okay. All right then. And I start walking away. And he goes, what the hell is that? And I turn around, I go, what do you mean? And he goes, no, he goes, you're just walking away now? And I go, yeah, I walked up to you to introduce myself and welcome a coworker, and I don't appreciate the tone that you took at all. And he's like, well, I'm tired. What are you talking about? You're walking up, you parked all that way just to introduce yourself, now you're walking away? I go, I'm leaving before I say or do something that is going to make this situation worse. And I just fucking walk off. And so I get in my truck, and that night I go to the other locations that I know he's got to go into and put a keyed lock on every single one of those fucking units. So he has to cut off the circular clasp security locks it's a good couple of minute cut versus the other things, and it can be aggravating. He'll wear through a couple of discs. But yeah, I put those on. I think I put like 10 or 15 keyed locks out there. So when he gets to the other locations, he's going to have a good time. And at the first location, if he cut off a keyed lock, he found a lot of really good shit inside. Now, when he cuts off a keyed lock, he's going to find a lot of fucking mattresses and shit and garbage. So that made me feel better. Next day I get up and I'm dealing with my handyman. I'm like, keep grabbing shit, just go through every unit, grab it. And he's like, oh, I got people coming by to look at this. No, dude, fucking get it and get it gone. If you want it, get it gone. We never know when this guy's gonna fucking show up, so get it out of here. And that was like 4 days ago. So I think either this dude crashed out. I mean, if you hire a maintenance man and his first job is to clean out a bunch of fucking units, I don't care. I think 10% of the people you hire wouldn't let ego or pride get in their way, and they would go, okay, let's change that. 20%, 20 or 30% wouldn't let ego or pride get in the way, and they go, well, fuck it, this is an hourly wage. They're paying me $25 an hour. Let's go. You shoot your boss a message, a picture, and you go, yeah, all of these units are fucking stuffed. So this is not going to be a day or two thing. And you soak it. You milk the clock. If they put a deadline on you, then that goes to maybe 15 or 20%. The rest are going to finish that job and go, fuck you. But either way, I think I saw him moving stuff into my south property where my supervisor lived. And not moving there, but I'm sure just like a staging point. So that would mean that I'm expendable now, finally, which is good. I mean, I like it here. It's great to have another house. The no bill situation is great, but I gotta get to the mountain, man. I'm losing my shit. So I get him going on his stuff, and just had a bad day. Frustrated because I can't do anything. I took 2 weeks off of not doing anything, and can't work out because of this. So my back is hurting, and then once my back gets real bad, my neck starts hurting. So having a bad day, and my cleaning lady is like, I go, hey, can you come over and just give me a touch up? And she's like, yeah. Actually, side note here, I never used my guest bathroom. And the last crazy chick, tweaker chick, addict that I was trying to help, that flipped out, the hosty chick, she left all sorts of weird chick stuff in the bathroom, like eyelashes stuck to fucking mirrors and shower walls and stuff. Fucking gross. So I just left it, and I was gonna give my cleaning lady a couple, like $20 more, just to bang out the bathroom real quick, just give it a quick spruce. So I couldn't shave because of this. So now that I could shave, I shaved it into a mustache like my dad had. He used to have the porn stash, but he didn't. He had a big old round head, and bald, so he didn't look like a porn. He looked like, he kind of reminded me of George Costanza, but not dumb. Sorry, the dad kind of threw me for a loop, but yeah. So I shaved it into a mustache, and it was just giving Major Freddie Mercury, just flaming vibes. So I was gonna leave it for this hockey and go to my hockey game in a couple of days, and then I saw on my camera that this cute Hispanic mom. I think she's single. She's got a couple of kids, and had been talking to her about she was moving out. So I was trying to kind of figure out things, and the day before she came to use my bathroom, and I went to open up the guest bathroom and I checked the toilet and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Just like black fungus on the top and the bottom. I was like, oh, what the shit? So I go back out and I'm like, hey, I got the dogs. Let me put the dogs in the other room and then you can use my bathroom. Just I apologize for all the pot stuff out there and the smell. And she's like, oh, it's okay. Smoke pot too. And I was like, okay, well, I'll get that all squared away, and then you can go on in there, and then I'll wait outside. And so I'm on camera while you use the bathroom. And so she did that and then left. And then fast forward to the next day where I have my porn stash, and I see her drive on to the property. So I shaved the stash off quick. And I watched her on camera, and I timed it. So when she left, I would be outside. I just walk outside. And she stops and rolls down the window, and the dude driving her, this fucking hardcore Hispanic dude, just like not even looking at me. And I see he's got the teardrop, and he's not even. And she just like he pulled up, rolled down the window while I was driving, didn't even look at me, and then she's like, oh my god, thank you so much. You've been so amazing through this whole thing. And I'm like, and he turned and like gave me a head nod, and I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, no problem. Bye. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Nick. And she's like, oh, okay. I'll do a good review for you. And I don't know, maybe she was flirting, but I was like, fuck, not with this dude. Plus, I don't have any fucking game left, so even if she was flirting, I would have been like, I like football. Honey, you can drive up. So, no more porn stash. What the fuck was I talking about? I don't even know. So having a bad day. Cleaning lady calls me up. She says, I said, hey, will you come over? Oh, so the bathroom. So I have my bathroom, my cleaning lady up. I said, hey, will you give me a call in a minute? And she goes, oh, come to this new bar. And I go, no, I'm not in the mood that I'm in. And she's like, no, it's real chill. There's a hippie chick out on the patio playing hippie music. There's this really good young Asian kid inside playing music, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, a drink would be good. It's been a while. I can't get out because of this, and okay. So shower up and go out there. We're sitting out there, and I walk out there, and it's her and two other girls, and I buy them some drinks. We're sitting out there chatting, and a skinny old fucker walks out with a beer, and he goes, just starts bitching right away. And I don't know if he knows them or whatever. And I mean, I wouldn't say anything anyway, so I'm just kind of fucking chilling. And she goes, yeah, we were at First Free, this other bar, this new bar that opened up, this biker bar. He goes, they'll be closed in 2 years. She goes, why do you say that? And he goes, I know things, I know everything. And she goes, well, okay, so why do you say that? And he goes, they'll be closed in 24 months. And she goes, oh, why do you keep saying that? And he goes, I own that building. And not drunk wise, like, I own that building, like, antagonistic, like, I know how businesses work, I know they're gonna be closed, all this and that. it works into a construct of money. He's like, I got more money than, blah 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 blah. He's like, what do you got in your account? And she's like, or she says something. My cleaning lady says, well, money is just a made up construct, anyways. And he's like, the hell are you talking about? How do you make money? And she's like, a printing press. And he goes, I got so much money in my account. How much money do you have in your account? And finally she says something about not knowing him, and I let him go on for a little while, and finally I go, hey, what the fuck are you doing right now? And there were a lot of people on the patio. And he goes, what? And I go, what the fuck are you doing right now? And he goes, what do you mean? And I go, who the fuck do you think you are? And he goes, what do you mean? And I go, you don't know these women. And he goes, well, no, I was just coming out and making conversation. And I go, so you came out and started talking shit right away to him. And then, and it wasn't as quiet and soft as I just did just now. It was more yelling, screaming at him. And I said something about, I don't know what the hell I said to him, but I go, now she keeps, you originally said that they would be closed in 2 fucking years. And she kept asking you why. So now you can tell her why you think that in a nice casual manner, and you guys can have a conversation, or you can shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here. And she was like, okay, so why do you say that? And he goes, well, I'm just saying that because I know how much the rent is in that building. And she goes, so you know the owners? So she goes, so you own that building? You said that you own that building. And he goes, no, I know who owns it. And she goes, well, do you know how much the rent is? You said all that. And he goes, I don't know what the rent is. I could guess how much the rent is. And he goes, I was just saying that because it's a biker bar, and I know the 2 heads of the 2 biker gangs here locally, and I know if the practices that they're doing, if they're gonna, want to embrace that, the rules that they have in place or something like that. And so he goes back inside. So we go inside. The bar, and this Filipino kid. I was talking to this cool older dude outside on the patio, and I go, he had a funky name like Golden or something like that. It was cool, Jazz or some shit like that. It was cool Filipino dude. So he starts talking, and he goes, yeah. I go, yeah, man, I'm gonna go back in now and fucking check out this cat playing guitar. He's good. And he's like, that's my nephew. I go, no shit. I go, dude, I've spent a long part of my career doing restaurant rescues, and one big thing that I do to bring in is live entertainment. Back in my day, I used to be able to pay talent $100, $200, get them to play. So I've been around a lot of, musicians. Your nephew is good. And he goes, yeah, he said something. He's only been playing for a little while. So I go in there and I watch him, and he's playing like some fucking nasty stuff. Like he's killing Guns N' Roses / solos. Other stuff. Because I was hot, so I started nailing the bourbon down quite a bit. But I go over and meet the kid's dad, and we start talking and everything. And I'm like, man, you gotta. I'm like, where's he playing next? He goes, oh, he's got that schedule at home and everything. I go, don't you have a website? He goes, no, he's only been playing for like 9 years, so it's all pretty new to us. I'm like, 9 fucking years? He's only been playing guitar for 9 years. He goes, yeah, I started when he was 15. I go, he's 24, and he's just a sweet kid. He's a good-looking kid. I go, man, you could be fucking banging and making some good money right now. And he's like, oh yeah, he goes there, he gets, gigs every show. I go, dude, you need business cards. You need cards with captions on it that take him directly to his website with a number for bookings. Like, you gotta go, man. Like, this kid's good. And he's like, yeah, he's really good, isn't he? I'm like, he's fucking good, man. So we were talking. I was like, let's stay in contact. I want to help you out somehow. Not as, just like, if you need advice, man, let me, email if you want. He's like, oh yeah, let's hang out, let's do it. So, but the kid's name he's Filipino, his dad's name is Diamond Styles, and his first name is something, I think Golden Diamond Styles. It's not golden, what is it? It's something equally like royal, but his nickname is Diamond. I don't know. So, but his last name is Styles. So his kid's name is JJ Styles. I'm like, man, that is awesome. So, yeah, then finished that night up, and then the next night was going over and clearing out the last of my units, and I'm driving home at like 10 o'clock, and there's a 3-lane road here that is getting smushed into 2 lanes, and then there's a 2-lane road oncoming, and then there's a turn lane to go through. And then what is funky out here is their stop signs, and in the middle of the road. So there can be one car in the middle, and so I'm driving home and I'm about to turn, and so I get into the left-hand lane and I'm turning, and I don't have a stop sign or anything. So I get into, and I got my window down, and I go into turn, and I don't stop at the stop signs. I normally keep going, but there were 2 other cars at the stop sign across the street that were waiting to go in, basically follow this car. But there was a car in the middle with 2 dudes in it, and I'm turning, and I'm fine, but this fucker honks at me. So I'm like, he honks at me. I go, fuck you, motherfucker. And he goes, fuck you. And so I stop at the stop sign now, and I lean out the window. I go, fuck you, I'm turning. He goes, you almost hit me. I go, 'cause you're fucking creeping out into traffic, you dipshit motherfucker. I'm in the turn lane. I can't almost hit you unless you're fucking sticking your nose out past the stop sign. And he goes, oh yeah? And I go, yeah, fuck off. And I open the door, and he goes, I open the door. I go, yeah, fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm yelling. And then he goes, oh yeah? And I go, okay, 2 oh yeahs is pretty much like, I give up. And I kind of figured that he was he just kind of didn't want to lose face in front, because I know there were 2 guys up there, so I was like, alright, whatever. I mean, I'm not scared of getting jumped by fucking 2 guys, but my hand was fucked up. But either way, when I'm seeing red, I don't care. But hearing his, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm like, alright, this dude's done. I close the door. I go, fuck you! And I close the door, and I drive through the stop sign then, and I realize that the 2 cars are probably with this guy because I live next to a strip joint, which is right on the corner. So I always go through the stop signs on the turn, and then right into the front of the strip joint parking lot, And so this time I did it and rolled down the passenger window, and I'm like, because he was turning. Now we're both going the same way, but there's a lot of, footage in between us, and I'm like, I think I said, "Fuck you, pussy," or something like that, you know. Um, and then went home. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, the universe has been throwing some altercations at me. That's why I'm like, man, I gotta get up to the mountain. And I know I should just, I can't bite my fucking tongue, man. Um, I wish it was some kind of fucking diluted kind of. I mean, sometimes it is like I will like at coffee shops and shit like that. But if it's just to me, I gotta start. No, fuck that, man. I'm not no doormat. I ain't looking at your cock. I'll fucking punch you in the face, bitch. Um, Ted Danson. The fuck does Ted Danson? Used to. Ted Danson was my idol growing up. It's the reason I started bartending. Mayday Malone, but I don't know. He must be on something that I watched recently. Oh my gosh. I started watching Murderbot. It's a Alexander Skarsgård. He's in it. He's a robot. But they tell it through the robot's perspective, and he's supposed to be like a robot that's very human-like, so they made him have emotions and stuff. It's not, it's, I mean, I can't turn it off. I'm having dreams about it. I woke up today and I was like, oh man, I'm so excited to find out if he's, what's going to happen with his assimilation into the team. He finds a team out of all the teams that I'm not going to get down this road. So, but yeah, Murderbot. I think it's on Hulu maybe. And then as always, Shorzy is just a phenomenal show. I think I'm into season 3 now, and I just keep watching episodes. I watched an episode where they party, and Shorzy, who's just a staunch, he's hockey guy, just drinks, doesn't smoke pot, but he does when they party, and he doesn't do well with it, and so they give him other drugs to even him out, which can happen. And yeah, I think I watched that episode 3 times in a row. Shorzy, also on Hulu. Met a girl who was a lawyer, and just everything she did and said had just this fucking arrogant tone to it. At one point, she asked me what I drive. So, yeah, no prospects there. The one instance that I had with, I don't know if I told this story or not, but when my restaurant got stolen in Madison, no, before that, just we were trying to draw up the contractual agreement between me and my landlord. My landlord stole my restaurant after 4 months. We kicked ass, won a bunch of awards. We were increasing in sales every single month, and by a good percentage too. So we were kicking ass, and he stole my restaurant in Madison. It was a slumlord, and that's always what he does. He puts up the money for the tenant to get in there, never signs an ownership agreement, and then evicts the guy. And that's what he did to me. So, but before that, with the lawyer, when we were drawing up the agreement, and I found out that I had to drop off something to my lawyer, and I drive over, I run up with this envelope to the secretary. I go, hey, I was supposed to give this to, I forget what his name is, Joel. It's like, hey, I was supposed to give this to Joel. She goes, oh, hold on a second, he's here. And I go, it's okay, I don't need to talk to him, I just needed to drop this off. And she goes, well, that's okay, it's bring your daughter to work day. And I go, oh, okay. And so she's like, oh, Joel, blah, 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 is here to drop off. Yeah. So I kind of wait around for a little while, and he comes out with his daughter, and we're talking. I go, well, I was a teacher, and I'm good with kids, so I'm like, oh, I go, oh, what do you do? You like not going to school? Yeah. I go, you like work, coming to your dad's work, or are you getting bored? And she goes, no, it's fine. So we talk a little bit. Shake his hand, go on my way. I get a bill. He billed me for a half hour. 45 bucks. And I know that's probably not much. 90 bucks is for, an hour for a lawyer isn't bad, but you billed me for meeting your daughter? Our first session, he talked about, and this is in Wisconsin, by the way. He talked, oh yeah, oh hey, oh how are you? Yeah, oh man, I gotta bring over a casserole sometime for you, eh? People are friendly. So our first session, we're talking, and he told me all about his engagement and all the stuff, and how much he's doing. I paid for that shit. It cost me. It was like for our first session, which ran an hour and a half. There was some kind of deal where you got a first yeah. Oh, that's what it was. First hour was free, and then so that's why he talked, was to get me over. Yeah. I remember it was only a 30-minute session. He's like, oh, it was only $45. I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad at all. But yeah, looking back on it, it was, because he was like, well, it should have been 135. When it's only, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, he fucking stuffed the time. But either way, yeah, he billed me for that, and then billed me for meeting his daughter. I was like, fuck you. Plus, the fucked up thing was, as we were going over this contract, I kept finding loopholes and stuff that we were doing. He would read it over, charge me 2 hours to read it over, and then go, yeah, it looks good. And I'm like, well, what about this and this? And what about that? And this is something, if we change the wording of that, then it would not apply. And he's like, yeah, that's good points. I'll have my people draw that up and get the changes. So, fucking lawyers, what do you think? Like, I don't know why, like, the bottom tier professions think that they're fucking self-righteous. There's, like, used car salesmen, which that doesn't apply, but I'm just setting the bar. Used car salesman, lawyer, teacher, cop. Fuck you guys. The other thing that, I don't know why I just thought of this, but it's raining out there. I found a couple of firecrackers on my property the last time I took my dogs out. It started raining again. Took them out this time, and I found a pretty good bottle rocket. Like, no big deal, whatever. I let the neighborhood kids fuck around back there. I don't care. But it reminded me when I was a kid, I used to, when 4th of July would come around, I'd load up on mammoth smoke bombs. And then when it wasn't holiday season, I would walk to like electrical boxes that are like 100, 200 feet off the highway, and I would go behind him, and I would dig a hole to make it safe, and then I would light a mammoth smoke, and I would just hide under trees and watch people stop and go examine it and then put it out. Or the one time they called the responder, I heard the siren. I was like, oh shit! I hightailed it out of there. I was like, oh fuck. And that was the last time I did it, but yeah, such a little shit. Okay. Oh my god, you're so cute. It's smush time. I gotta go. If you made it this far, you owe me a subscription and a like. It would be nice if you shared it too. Sad eyes. I don't think this is working. Peace out. 69.